Excellent morning to you. Good to have you here again. All right, so we've been talking about digital marketing and how you can earn in the digital space. And there is no other secrets to earning in the digital space than learning how to use the tools and techniques that will make you to earn big in the digital space. So marketing is the bottom line. Beyond any digital tools or any digital technique you will learn, you need to understand that first and foremost, what we're doing or what we're saying in the digital space is marketing. So if you don't understand the principles of marketing, then you may not really flow well when it comes to digital marketing. So there are some global principles that has been on for ages and are still relevant in the 21st century for marketing principles and most importantly for digital marketing. So what are those tools? That's what I want to tell you now this morning. I want to talk about I want to share with you on these principles of marketing. And before we go into those principles, you remember in one of the previous videos, I mentioned principles of advertising, AIDA. That's A stands for your attraction, getting attention of people, while I stand for getting the interest of people. That's interest, interest. Then D is desire, getting people's desire. And the last A stands for action, provoking them to act. So now if you have AIDA principle, attract, interest, desire, act, that is a principle that is critical for the success of the content you're going to be putting out there. So your copies, your headlines, your videos, your graphics and banners and all that must follow that principle. However, looking at the broad marketing space at large, right, we need to understand that there is also a principle that governs the process. So before the advent of the internet, we have what we call the traditional marketing right now. And the traditional marketing can also be classified as the outbound marketing. Outbound in the sense that they push out content there. For instance, in the traditional media space, you have the billboards, you have the TV advertising, you have the radio advertising, newspapers, print, so you have print, outdoor, that's billboards and all that. Then you have your TV and radio electronic. All right, so that's all outbound marketing, one way or the other. I will delve deeper into that in our upcoming workshop, where I explain to you how those traditional media processes operate and how they relate to the digital marketing processes. All right, so now if you now look at the principles that there are principles that govern them, that makes them outbound marketing actually, right? But in the digital marketing space, what are the principles that govern the digital marketing process? And that is what we call the inbound marketing. So inbound marketing, as it were, has about 4 processes, which I'll share with you briefly. It's like a funnel. So a funnel upside down. So at the top of that funnel, you have a very big space. But as it goes down to the bottom, it becomes narrower. It becomes narrower as it goes down to the bottom. All right. So at that top, what you have at that top is your content that attracts visitors. Do you understand? And strangers to your website, to your digital marketing content. So at the top, you have your content, right? Then next to it, you have your conversation. So conversation is now what you create on your social media platforms, and your landing pages, and you also use your content for that. Then on the next point, you have your conversion. All right, so at that conversion level, what you're doing at that conversion level is you're bringing them into a point where they can express themselves, they can tell you what they need. At that conversion level, they become leads and all that. And the 4th point on the funnel is what we called the delight points, where they become your ambassadors. They are already your clients. All right, so I'll take it over again. So Your first point is you attract them with content. Your content point, all right. Attract them with content. That's the first point in the funnel. The second point is where you create conversation, all right. The third point is where you convert them. Then the last point is where you delight them. So attract, conversation, conversion, and delight. Attract, conversation, conversion, and delight. So there are 4 stages. So the first stage, what you do at that first stage is that you ensure that you have enough content to get them attracted using the AIDA principle, AIDA principle, AIDA principle, right? So you get them into your funnel. All right. So by the time they get into the funnel, there should be conversation going on with them. They should be able to have interactions with you. They should be able to express themselves, and they become leads at that conversation. So those are your business leads. All right. By the time you have the conversion, you are the sales points. All right. That's conversion. That's a sales point where you begin to talk money. All right. They begin to transfer into your account. You begin to have some alerts, notifications from your bank. All right. Then they get delighted at the last point, that they're satisfied. So all these points has to do with content. We're going to be explaining to you in our webinar and our forthcoming seminar that how you will properly apply these 4 points. There are tools on each of those 4 points: attract, conversation, conversion, and delight. There are tools you have to use. Website is one of them, landing pages part of it, social media part of it, email marketing part of it. So there are different tools you have to use at each point. All right, so we're going to be discussing them further. Just make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Don't miss out on any content. Don't miss out on any information. It's very critical, because we are about to put you on a springboard in your business life. A springboard you can never imagine. It's going to catapult you to the next level of your earnings. It's going to catapult you to the next level of your business. So look below this video. You're going to see a link there. There's a link there. Just click on it, follow that link, and it will lead you to where you can access a whole lot of other resources that will help your business grow in the digital space. That is what I am here to tell you. It's good to be here. So next time I see you, I explain so much more to you. Thank you for listening. Cheers.